so splashy in fashion, I can't take no loss. I rap Troya on wannabes, I got no heart. I put endless the denim on rims on my car. I got a Republican top down. Made my ass great again, my God. Know you mad now, I'm chillin'. When bitches test me, you get messy like so. Sell my soul for chrome, while mixed with cloud. Get some splashy new fashion, I can't take no loss. I rap Junior on wannabes, I got no heart. I put endless the denim on rims on my car. I got a Republican made my ass great again. Bitch, don't make me rag you. I'm number one, you can only be those. I got a Chinese girl, yeah, she from Shanghai. She goes to Boston in New York, got good eyes. I know I love her, only saw her 2 times. Hey yo, even if my name was Natalie Nunny, bitches still couldn't check me. That's word to Chanel, they ain't nothing to see. Bitches on TV channeling. Have a joke about Gabe, I'm in Zolanski. I put on like earrings in Fendi. Then stamp the trench coat Burberry with a COMPETITION. Don't see any. Sitting under stars in the city lights. Baby daddy told me I got pretty eyes. Bitches only eating when I just crumbs. I stay with that Uzi, I miss +1. I was really in the field with Carla. I was loving campaign. Checking with that bird down when I'm in
Yeah. Grand Rising, everyone.
Sell my soul for chrome, while mixed with cloud. Get some splashy new fashion, I can't take no loss. I rap Junior on wannabes, I got no heart. I put endless the denim on rims on my car. Sell my soul for chrome, while mixed with cloud. Get some splashy new fashion.
Y'all run them likes up, get them likes up, get them likes up. Yeah. What's going on, Conscious Crew? It's your favorite breakdown commentator, CTV. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. You guys already know what we're here to get into. Before we do so, please go ahead and thumbs up the mother video. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious Crew member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary. All right. Also, make sure that you have your notification bell set to all. And if you love everything that the King does here, you can always donate to the platform, $Consciouztv on Cash App and or PayPal.me/ConsciouzTV. Conscious but with the Z on the end, just like it is here on the platform. All donation handles are in the description box below. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you lay the link. Just let them whores know that we're out, we're live, and we're certainly in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What is going on, Conscious Crew? Let me go ahead and speak to the Conscious Crew in the building. What's going on, Jermaine? Yes, this is a Jermaine Snow exclusive, you guys, okay? What's going on, baby father? What's going on, Queen B More? Hey, Tanika. Hey, Sandra. What's going on, Matthias? What's going on, Deanna? Hey, Boo. What's going on, Brown Mama? Hey, Nicole. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Ariel. What's going on? Her story. Yes, honey. You clocked it. Y'all know my inspiration, girl. I be dressing like mutants and Power Rangers and okay? Jean Grey, particularly X-Men The Last Stand, who is one of my favorite X-Men characters, especially the Jean Grey united with the Phoenix Force, whether that's the White Crown Phoenix or the Dark Phoenix, baby. I'm a comic book head, y'all. I used to live for all these characters, but yes, her hair inspired my own red wine yaki blowout, okay? How y'all think I did? How y'all think I did? How y'all think I did? Come through, Dark Phoenix. What's going on, T Goddess? T, do you want to hit the link? Because I'm actually going to be updating the crew on the recent developments in Kenneth Petty's lawsuit with Jennifer Huff. Do you want to come up? Because I know that you attended the trial in person. You got to meet Jennifer in person. You guys also know T the Goddess is a content creator, you guys. So please follow my boo over on Instagram at T the Goddess. She blogs, keep up with all the trendy news. Because if you want to come up, boo, I will drop the link for you. What's going on? Let me see. Tamara, what's going on? B-Hop. What's going on, 1975? What's going on? Just call me Betty. Hey, Nicole, who says, I love to see the cane, but girl, what's going on today? Everything going on today, Nicole. Everything going on. I am Mother. Hey, Boo. Hey, Courtney Jackson. Hey, Shayla. What's going on, Midnight? Hey, love. Not now that she knows that her husband can't fight nobody because he's going to jail on parole violation. Baby, what's going on, Andrea? Hey, Tara. What's going on? Her story. Hey, Boo. Hey, y'all. What's going on? Don Dada. Hey, Dada. What's going on, Don? We got a lot of Donnas, Don, Dada, chat. It's a lot going on, yeah. It's a lot going on. Unfortunately, I can't just got off vacation and back to work. If I can give you some info via, okay, do that, boo. And anything that I may need, just send it to my DMs and I'll utilize it in real time. What's going on, T? Right, so this is the thing, girl. This is how you know that them petties must have the blogs pretty much on payroll, allegedly. Okay, because I don't know why they will report on everything else but what's going on with Nicki, Kenneth, and Miss Jennifer. Shout out to Jennifer, honey. She's finally making some headway, child. What's going on, Applesauce? Hey, Linda. What's going on, y'all? Okay, so let's get into some things. So you guys know that it's been a lot going on. Oh, Nicki Minaj, Petty III, Orenthal, Rufus Clyde, Jim Jones, girl, has been on a 40 days and 40 nights digital spiral. It started with SZA and moved into Desiree and Rock Nation and her accusing Station Head and Instagram of low views and low engagement. Bitch, you dried up. That's all that is, oh, Nika, okay? The Queen of Grape is now being dethroned as the Queen of Rap. Okay, baby. It's all right, Onika. Everybody get an opportunity to sit down. Okay, that's what you get. for not making no visuals for that mediocre ass Pink Floyd the 2 album that you had put out, child. That's what you get for touring all overseas in Amsterdam, getting locked up in the back of the paddy wagon because Kenneth Petty was putting all type of damn cocaine allegedly in your goddamn carrier bag, bitch. You got to be hijacked up off of damn IG Live, honey. They slammed the door on your ass and took you down to the Amsterdam precinct. Now, they did clear you, honey, okay, because it wasn't enough on you to convict you with, bitch. But they should have had seized the damn whole vehicle. Ain't no telling how many kilos and bricks that you had hitting in them damn wheels, that you had hitting underneath the trunk and inside the engine, Miss Queen of trafficking drugs. Ain't that's what you love to rap and pen about? Huh? Okay? They were too busy, girl, putting your ass down there to the station, to the police station. They should have had seized the whole damn vehicle and put that motherfucker into evidence, honey. I'm sure they would have found enough to put your ass on death row, honey. To give your ass life, honey. Life it is. Now, where was I? Oh, so she been on a 40 days and 40 nights fire, y'all. Now, I will have to work my way backwards, but I'm just going to choose to get into all the scissor and all that drama in another live stream. I want to keep this one particularly focused on the drama that has surfaced today. Thank you, Linda. Now, y'all know, baby, T God is not a fan of Nicki at all. Now, y'all know I'm a fan of the music, baby. I ain't gonna never be a hater, bitch. Okay, baby? I ain't that kind of hater. I'm just a truth teller. I just stand on righteous business, honey. Okay? But I love the music, baby. Okay? Onika, she can give me the music any day. Now, they can keep the bitch who makes the music to themselves. But give me the music for sure. All right? She done got into it with NFL player Dez Bryant, who apparently was online responding to Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones. Okay, now, as a little backstory, and I don't know a lot of backstory because y'all know I be in my lady energy, child, so I don't know nothing about manual labor, girl. Things like playing basketball and playing the NFL. Ever since God told me as a little boy that I didn't have to completely do all the things boys do, baby, I stopped sweating, girl. I ain't sweat since I was 13 years old, baby, okay? So my football, basketball, soccer, pro wrestling days are far behind me ever since God told me I didn't have to do things that other little boys do, girl. And my body has not seen sweat since, all right? I leave all that sweat and all that moisture and oiliness, child, to them niggas. Okay, baby, I'm a lady boy. All right. We do pretty and dainty corporate money-making bad bitch things. Okay. Now, I had to go and do a little bit of digging myself to figure out what was going on. So apparently, NFL player Dez Bryant used to be signed to Rock Nation's Sports. Okay, y'all know Rock Nation, they do music, girl. They do distribution, child. They also sign athletes and ice skaters, girl. Desiree Perez is getting into all her bags over there on and at Rock Nation. So before we get into where Onika inserted herself, let's get into what Dez Bryant was responding to initially that Onika decided to jump on the bandwagon of, baby. Now he wearing her ass out and she all mad trying to put her ex-offender husband on that man. My God, today, talk about cowarding down. So check this out, courtesy of CBS Sports Shy. Now, most of this going to sound like French to me. Dez Bryant, Rock Nation, fired back at Jerry Jones, blaming Jay-Z for why he doesn't like negotiating with agents. Jones tried to use the Dez Bryant negotiations as his reasoning for not working with Mekhi Parsons' agent. Jerry Jones and Dallas Cowboys are once again the leading topic of conversation around the NFL during training camp. this time for their latest contract holdout saga with Micah Parsons. It has become a seemingly annual tradition in Dallas that Jones gets into a contract standoff with a star. While it typically ends with the deal getting done, this time Jones antagonized Parsons to the point of a formal and public trade request. A big reason for that request is Jones, in the eyes of Parsons, trying to negotiate directly with him and not talking with Parsons' actual agent. Jones tried to explain why he's doing that and brought up negotiations with Jay-Z and Dez Bryant from 10 years ago as his reasoning. All right, so the owner of Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, is in negotiations with another NFL player, Micah Parsons, but instead of Jerry as a whole businessman dealing with Parsons' agent, he's dealing with Parsons directly and is using whatever complicated, interesting negotiating drama that took place 10 years ago between Jerry and Roc Nation as his justification for why he's going straight to the player instead of dealing with the player's management, dealing with the player's publicist, dealing with the player's agent in this case. Jones tried to explain why he's doing that and brought up negotiations with Jay-Z and Dez Bryant from 10 years ago as his reasoning, quote, because when we have a problem with the player, the agent is nowhere to be found, Jones told reporters, quote, Jay-Z said that Dez would make all meetings. Jay-Z and I negotiated the contract, spent hours. He said anybody in my organization is on time. He said my office used to be on the street corner and I've always been early. So they will be on time. And what did I say? I said, I'm going to call you when I have a problem. He quit taking my call. Bryant was the first to respond to Jones involving their negotiations from a decade ago, making clear that if Jones wants to bring up his name, he has a story of his own about things he's kept quiet from his time in Dallas. Wooch! Okay. Jerry Jones, this is from Dez Bryant's Twitter page. Jerry Jones, I don't think it's smart to mention my name. I kept quiet about a lot of unfair shit. On some G shit, we can have story time if that's what we are doing. Okay, so Dez Perez, why I keep putting that man Perez? Girl, I'm in my Nicki Minaj energy. Dez Bryant didn't appreciate Jerry Jones bringing up shit and was like, look, you sitting there talking about Roc Nation. Don't get me to opening up the book of life, baby, and flipping the pages because we can really get into some story time teams. If that's what you want to do, you old ass pasty cracker. Jay-Z's agency, Roc Nation Sports, also issued a statement on Sunday morning in response to Jones' quote, comical comments, providing details of those negotiations and how they struck a deal with the Cowboys at a nightclub on a napkin, my God, today. In 2015, at the 21 Club on a napkin, Jerry Jones, Juwan Perez, Sean Jay-Z Carter, and Stephen Jones negotiated a 5-year, $70 million deal, which included a $45 million guarantee and a $20 million signing bonus for Dez Bryant. At the time, it was the second largest contract for a wide receiver in NFL history. The claim that Mr. Carter or Roc Nation representatives did not return a call from Jerry Jones is not only a false statement, but it's also a comical one, baby. So Roc Nation is calling cap on alleged racist Jerry Jones comments that Roc Nation was good when it came to doing business, but in terms of all the follow-up and all of that, baby, they eventually left his ass on red after they got their coin, girl. Okay? But Roc Nation has said hell to the nizzle. To recap, Jerry Jones has now frustrated not only Micah Parsons' agent, David Malungeta, and Athletes First with this negotiation, but has also upset Roc Nation Sports by making what they say are false statements about a 10-year-old negotiation. There is never a dull moment in Dallas with Jones in charge, but at some point, Cowboys fans would probably love to see one drama-free camp just to see what it's like. So basically, Jerry Jones is the NFL's version of Onika Minaj Petty Girl, a straight up drama queen. He typically does this when it's negotiating season. He stirs a lot of pot, makes a lot of noise, is a gaslighter. So you can take his comments about Rock Nation at face value. It either is true or he was just talking because this is just what type of time he's on with them old ass kneecaps, all right? So while Dez Bryant was handling his business on Twitter with Jerry Jones, Onika Minaj girl heard the bird call girl. You guys know that at this point, Rock Nation, Jay-Z, and Desiree Perez, she's now tethered them to her womb, okay? Nicki Minaj can hear dog whistles. She can hear sounds and frequencies that even current technology cannot pick up on when it comes to Rock Nation girl. So she can be all the way on Pluto, bitch. Somebody say Jay-Z, Rock Nation, or Desiree Perez name, baby. Here she coming in a big 613 ass wig to save the goddamn day. So she chimes in and says this in response to the mess. Hi, it's Nicki Minaj. I guess this is Roman, retired ass talking. How about we play a game? Football emoji. Every time you do a Jerry Jones or NFL story time, I'll do a story time of my own. Now, the question is why? Why? Ain't nobody asked for this goofy ass heifer. Ain't nobody request a tutorial on how to get a proper BBL done. Nobody, was talking about all these black women who are dying from illegal butt injections. A conversation that Onika would be relevant to. Here it is, you got two men having a men's exchange about their business, and here comes this estrogen-filled ass heathen ready to gaslight and trigger up Dez Bryant just because he happens to be a Rock Nation affiliate, talking about she would trade off story times about Rock Nation and Desiree, which ain't nothing but a bunch of Azealia Banks conspiracies, okay? Every time he wants to share a story of his own about Dallas and about Jerry Jones, etc. Dez Bryant says, well, hold on. First of all, they must have got this shit out of order because this doesn't even look like a chronological. Oh, wait. Okay, so after she says what she says, she comes back and says, go beat your mom. And then asks Desiree Perez and Jay-Z why they've allegedly been the vile CUNTs they've been to so many black people while lining their own pockets and weaponizing racism in order to keep black people blinded from their truth. I want to know, since Onika is so pro-black, why is she using hashtags like Black Girl Tragic? If she's so pro-black, why is she rapping about how Rosa Parks need to get her ass up instead of being a revolutionary ass Negro and sitting her ass down and making the history that Rosa Parks made? Huh? I want to know, since she's so pro-black, why she ain't got that half-baked ass record label that she created that's probably nothing but a money laundering ass shell company for all of Kenneth Petty's alleged illegal behavior. Okay, and got that filled up with black talent. Where is the black excellence when you need it? Onika ain't got nothing black going on. Matter of fact, every black person that's coming in contact with her done ran in the opposite direction, from Beyonce to her best friend JT, from her protege Ice Spice to newcomer at the time Cardi goddamn B, to big booty ass Lotto, to Megan the goddamn Stallion. Baby, I'm trying to make it make sense. She goes on. Why wasn't Desiree Perez's pardon by President Trump publicized to the black community and hip-hop culture the way that Lil Wayne was? Maybe it's because your leader and your mentor went and bragged about being so whitewashed and white identified and so pro-police and pro-Team Blue at a time where Black Lives Matter was trying to kick off and emphasize all of the injustices happening to black and brown people. And your leader, instead of reading the motherfucking room and being on code, decided it was better that he fake cap for white folk and that he fake cap say something positive, girl, so that he can continue to get his booty hole blown out by them higher execs who part of the goddamn Illuminati, honey, who fucking him every which way but Sunday, which is why he half bald-headed now, baby. Got one dread a mile long, girl, and another damn nub sitting right beside a girl. He looked like what he done been through in that Illuminati boule, okay? Your cult leader, Lil Weezy F, baby, was so proud, girl, to be saved by a white cop, was so proud, girl, of a white president who now is a 34-time convicted felon, just like your husband, okay? Baby, he's so happy for what two white men did for him in lieu of everything that black folk done did for him, which is make his ass filthy damn rich. Okay? Not to mention that your weird ass cult leader, while he want to be pro-police at a time where black folk were trying to stand on business about police injustice, turned around years later and was dragging concert security and was dragging the police girl and law enforcement who were governing his festivals, talking about racism and racial profiling, girl. That's why your leader was publicized. Had he not been a shoe-shining, bald-head ass coon, there would have never been nothing to see here. But because your leader wanted to go out of the way to pedestalize pale folk the way that you go to pedestalize him, despite the fact that he sold you and Drake's royalties, girl, for a Klondike bar. That's why his ass went viral. Okay? Now, compare Desiree Perez, who ain't nothing but a damn CEO of a company. Girl, to be honest, nobody even knew Desiree Perez existed until damn Demore Hartley, her daughter, sued her ass. And Desiree is whipping ass in that lawsuit while we at it. Okay, girl, it's a false equivalency between Desiree Perez, who's really not a celebrity. She just has a popularity due to Jay-Z's business and her proximity to that business. But you know damn well. And see, this is what I don't like that these hoes be doing. When they get out here and they misrepresent shit, they mischaracterize stuff, they do these false equivalencies, and at face value, it sounds like it makes sense. But then when you insert the nuance in the context, you're like, oh, you just played in our face, girl, and just did this bitchcraft all over our Twitter screens and our Instagram screens. She goes on to say, did she repay the president for that monumental blessing, or did she portray him the way Jay-Z allegedly portrayed the Democratic Party and countless others that he's had business dealings with in the past? Well, if he did you wrong, Onika, why don't you sue Jay-Z and Rock Nation for that little measly $1 million he was gracious enough to throw your wigless ass? Oh, I forgot, you can't sue him because you never signed the contract. You chose to do free labor without completing your end of the business. Ice Spice already exposed that you are a horrendous businesswoman, and then you poured no equity into your share of Rock Nation. So Jay-Z was good to even throw you $1 million, because I would have thrown your ass a Klondike bar and a cigarello. Oh yes, girl, you would have got a Klondike bar and a blunt from me, girl. So you should be praising Jay-Z's $1 million gracious contribution to business you never really legitimized or officialized, and then thank him, because that's more than likely the $1 million that your husband used to buy that lollipop ass ring on your finger. This make sense. She goes on to say, on second thought, don't beat your mom. I'm sure she loved you once. Wow. Baby, Dez Bryant was not playing with Onika, baby, and wasn't nothing shy of going toe-to-toe with her flat booty ass. Dez says, say, B, I didn't go to jail or touch my mama. I was defending myself. I removed her nails from my skin. Folks know I was dealing with some corruption in Dallas. I don't get how you can even be on the internet with your husband being an S3X offender. You said we are speaking facts, weird hoe. So come on. My God, today. Now, of course, the Queen of Grape Girl had to go straight to violence, of course, right? So her response was, I'm so happy you brought this up. I'll give you $10 million in cash if you come and fight him, since you beat your mom. He was lied on. Lie number one. 31 years ago, while both of them were 16. She finally tells the truth. Because remember, earlier on when she was at war with the public and the Barbs, she lied about Jennifer's age. She said that lady was way older than Kenneth Petty. Now she forced, though, to admit they're the same age, because I put out the interrogation video that had never been seen before of a 16-year-old Kenneth Petty at a police station sitting down with an investigator, where he chronicles how he knew Jennifer, what happened on that horrific day, and he says emphatically that he is 16 and she was 16. But if Onika had not had the proof prevailing against her, she would have still even been trying to muddy the waters and distort the facts, even around Jennifer and Kenneth's age. We done played the station head and the Queen radio commentary of her claiming that that woman was a grown-ass woman at the time that she was assaulted by Kenneth Petty, as if it would have made a damn difference whether Jennifer was also 16 or 61. Grape is grape. Okay? So she tells a lie that Jennifer lied, but she does tell the truth finally that they were both 16 because she had to, because of my ass. And then she says, and there's proof. Okay? Another damn lie. There's not zero proof that she lied, which is why your nigga still gotta register every 6 months on that offenders list, bitch. Which is why your address gotta be continuously publicized and made public, because he got to secure his address, and every community y'all live in has to be put on formal notice that a rapist is living next to their grandmother, that a rapist is living next to their grandniece, that a rapist is living next, girl, to their children and their wives and their loved ones. Isn't this why Jennifer allegedly sued y'all asses to begin with, right? Right? So if she lied, why does your husband still have a conviction? If she lied, why is your husband not challenging that conviction? If she lied, why is your husband right now in settlement discussions with Jennifer regarding that 2021 lawsuit she put on both you BBL ass Negroes. Huh? If she lied, why does your husband even have to seek permission from the courts to travel around the states and out of the states with you on them dry ass, non-interesting ass tours you choose to be on to pay down all that alleged debt you in from previous tours? Let's talk about it. Okay? If she had lied, baby, where is the proof in the court of law that she lied? Because according to the facts, your husband also pled guilty. You know why he had to plead guilty? Because the facts brought back a proof positive from the grape kit that a 16-year-old Jennifer was submitted to. That's why. Oh, the facts say if she lied, that she was able to describe every inch and every aspect of his bedroom, whose house she had never even been in prior to that day, according to your nigga. And yet, her description of a bedroom that your nigga said she never been in matched all of the photographs from the crime site. Yeah, guess what happened when they swabbed his panties? His shit came back positive with Jennifer's skin cells, vaginal discharge. Oh yeah, he had no choice, my love, but to plead guilty. Okay, I see that you're selectively forfeiting those facts as well from your husband's case. Okay, talk about that great kid. Talk about that crime scene evidence. Talk about the fact that you lied about that woman being much older than your husband at the time. Talk about you lying to the barbs, telling them that Jennifer was white when she's a whole biracial woman. And she's so goddamn biracial, she's so goddamn black that nowhere in this country would her phenotype or genotype be interpreted visually to be that of a white woman. She looks black as hell. If she lied, why has your husband not overturned the conviction, especially since you sitting on $10 million motherfucking dollars that can go toward him fighting those alleged lies? Let's talk about the order. What about the order? What is the T, girl? Okay, do I need to relink that deep dive I did where I showed all the evidence of Jennifer's grape and the conviction that your nappy head ass husband laid down and took willingly and served 4 years for testifying to? Not only did your husband grape Jennifer while he was 16, he was such a delinquent, so out of control that according to the facts of the case, he was already also on parole for armed robbery at the time that he also actually violated Jennifer. So this little productive, innocent, walking on cloud ass 16-year-old boy you've attempted to narrate Kenneth Petty as is completely incongruent to the facts of the matter. Kenneth was a delinquent then, and apparently, due to you thinking that it's cute to put your nigga on assignment, he's in and is a delinquent now. isn't that why he had to sit his black ass down for 160 goddamn days on the front living room couch? Because he was out there threatening Offset after the goddamn VMAs, honey? And you had to go travel abroad by your goddamn self with Papa Bear? Huh? He ain't no different of a nigga now than he was then. Let's talk about it. She ain't never got no facts behind nothing her black ass say. Don't do nothing but spew shit and spew bullshit and spew bullshit. Oh, plus pay $500K for the security. Oh, let's talk about it. I forgot you and your nappy husband was going upside some German security officer's head backstage because a female security guard was getting you together. And then your feminine ass estrogen-filled husband jumped in. So that made a male security officer have to jump in. And y'all beat that man bad. And now that man is able to garnish, honey, your pink Friday 2 checks due to a judge's order. A delinquent now, a delinquent in 2023, and damn sure a whole damn entire delinquent in 1994. Let's make it make sense, honey. Talk about the lies, girl. Let's talk about the lies that you tell. We're just trying to make it make sense. My God, today. Jermaine says, oh, Nika never identified as a black woman until it was convenient. Remember, she kept calling herself mixed, but she never identified with black? Oh, remember, Jermaine, when she first came out and was trying to cosplay as a bisexual so that she can grift off the LGBT community, only to come out years later and say that she was strictly dickly? The bitch don't have an identity, but we already know that, right? Because she ain't nothing but a damn Lil' Kim clone. Stole the whole damn first decade of her career off of the real and actual Lil' Kim B. Girl, I could drag this all day. It's too easy of a read. It's too easy of a read, girl. It's too easy of a read. I cannot, baby. Y'all run those likes up, honey. Okay? She goes on to say, now you, on the other hand, was beating your mama as an adult. Hold on. Let's go back. She said she was lied on 31 years ago. That was a lie. While both of them were 16, that was true. And there's proof that's a lie. And then says that's why they couldn't get that money that they desperately needed and sued for. That's also a lie, but we're going to get right into that. Okay? Right after this. Then says, now on the other hand, you was beating your mama as an adult. Dez responds and says, I've been lied on my whole career. I'm not trying to hear all of that I thought we were speaking facts. I don't play all of that funny Go get that 10 million in cash. I'll stump that nigga out right in front of you, and it's rock for life, bitch. My God, today, girl. Jesus, hold on, y'all. I done baked my goddamn computer out of whack. Hold on, y'all. This is here for the baby. Oh my God. Y'all gonna have to donate, girl, because I'm gonna be them beat down on my ring light remote control, girl. Baby, Dad says, get that 10 million in cash, bitch, and I'll see you outside, honey. Since I know your nigga can't be within 10 feet of a park, 10 feet within a goddamn schoolyard, unless it's vacant, unless it's been abandoned. Okay? And I'll stump that nigga out for both of our pleasure, girl, while you and Papa Bear have a front row seat. Let's talk about the motherfucking order. Now let's see if Nicki and her pussy ass nigga gonna take Dez up on that offer, her offer, since she want to take it there, baby, since she want to play fake gangster games, baby. Dez said he need that, he want that. Dez said he gotta have that, Nicki. I'm here for it, honey, and could y'all keep the cameras rolling? Can I come be a cameraman? Huh? Can I come get that and view that in 10K? Oh, yes, God. T says, yes, she picked the right one on period. What's going on, CJ? Hey, y'all. Girl, we want to see the follow-up and the follow-through. Where my phone at? Let me go to, hold on. Before we get into the logistics of the case update, let me go to her Twitter and see if she done ran Dez his money, whether they done got a lawyer involved, and whether she gonna run Dez that, baby, since she wanted to put down a $10 million offer for him to whip her nigga's ass. The way that he was allegedly whipping her ass up underneath a car when she was 15 to 14 years old. Allegedly. Let me go check out her shit. Hold on. Let's go to Twitter. Oh, yeah, baby. She got the right one today, baby. Run me that. I need that. I gotta have. Oh, baby, she quiet as a mouse on Twitter, baby. Oh, she quiet as a mouse, baby. Oh, now she talking about, who is this? Is this Shaquille O'Neal? Oh, but, so now she posting throwbacks of her and Shaquille, baby. I thought she wanted to run Dez a $10 million tab for whipping her nigga ass. Why is we so quiet? I thought she wanted Dez to put that CTE brain on her nigga's ass, baby. Cause Dez done took enough blows to the head as an NFL player, girl, to definitely lose his mind and completely black out on Kenneth Petty's raggedy, frail body ass. Now all of a sudden, baby, they quiet, honey. Ain't no antagonism. Oh my God. Oh my God. She posting throwbacks now. We want to see an ass whipping. My. And then here's the nerve, girl. She got the unmitigated. This is how deftone. This is how deftone Onika is. While they were in the height of their fight last night, one of the guards had posted, I guess the blogs had picked up, what date is this? November 6th of 2024, girl. So apparently Dez Bryant is pro-choice, right? And so he was getting some controversy and some clapbacks for not being pro-choice, despite the unfortunate circumstances surrounding his birth. Hold on, let me see what the fuck this is. What is this? If some of you women protected your womb from the jump, you wouldn't need to say stupid shit like this. Where's the accountability? So he was responding to a post from a account called Salida. It says, ladies, I'm being so for real when I say this. It's time to close off your wombs to make this election proof now more than ever that they hate us and hate us proudly. Do not reward them. And then a woman named Juicy responded to this and said, your grandmama's 40-year-old boyfriend committed statutory rape and impregnated your mother when she was 14 years old. Your mother had 3 of his kids. Baby, now, you really got to go back far in the nigga's history to find out that his grandmama's first child's ex-husband's sister, who was married to Clyde Paul, who committed statutory rape child. I don't even know what the hell any of that got to do with goddamn Dez Bryant. However, I can see the point that they're making, because without these abortion clinics and without the pro-choice movement, women are not going to be able to abort even the children that they have to conceive through rape. However, the gag is Dez Bryant might be okay with that too. He might be one of those people who believe that all embryos, girl, that all semen, once it make contact with the womb, needs to be fully delivered, no matter what the context of the pregnancy is. However, it's funny that Nicki was on Twitter cackling about it as if she's not sitting over there with a full-on rapist, girl. Talking about pro-choice. How you gagging a man for his choice on being no pro-choice while your husband was in the business of not getting consent and not making a choice available to a woman regarding sex and her genitals? Your husband also, Onika, is no pro-choice. Your husband also is anti-pro-choice, girl. Okay? He was convicted because he didn't give another motherfucking woman a choice. But this is how deaf-toned and silly and goofy she is. Mumbling and cackling, girl. While you married to no pro-choice. You married to anti-pro-choice. Yo nigga, in the words of Cardi, is in the business of snatching coochie. In the coochie snatching business. Oh, grr. But over the last 7 hours, over the last 10 hours, as of August 4th, though, girl, she's sitting with her about face, honey. She ain't got nothing to say, girl. We waiting on an update on that 10 million so Dez Bryant can run Kenneth that CTE ass whipping. Baby, Dez gonna probably go so goddamn crazy in the altercation, girl. He probably gonna take him and Kenneth out, girl. Because them niggas with CTE ain't got no motherfucking sense, baby. See, we know why you ain't pushing that. We know why you ain't slid, Dez, them 10 million Mexican pesos. Let's talk about it. Now, there's also been an update in the Jennifer Kenneth Petty Onika lawsuit that Jennifer launched against them hoes back in 2021. Let me see here. I got a little article, but then we also have the summary notice from the courts. Oh, yes. Let's read what's been going on in the case, girl, because Jennifer has made some great headway. Oh, yes, she has. Okay, courtesy of fandomwarrior.com. Who is Jennifer Huff, and did she win a lawsuit against Kenneth Petty, Nicki Minaj's husband? Okay, let me get this. Okay, here it is. Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty, have made headlines quite a few times over the years, but very few must have garnered them the attention and controversy like the lawsuit filed against them by Jennifer Huff. For those who may not know, she's the one who accused Petty of raping her decades ago, back in 1994. Per the Los Angeles Times, Petty was convicted in 1995 of actually assaulting Huff. However, she filed a $15 million lawsuit a little while back in August against both Minaj and her husband in the U.S. District for the Eastern District of New York. The suit cited witness intimidation, intentional and negligent infliction of emotional distress, harassment, assault, battery, sexual assault, and sexual harassment. It alleges that for months in 2020, Minaj, Petty, and their associates pressured Huff to recant her 1994 allegations against the rapper's husband. According to the latest reports by Pacer Monitor, a third-party commercial service that provides access to Pacer data, both plaintiff Jennifer, represented by thick-neck Tyrone Anthony Blackburn. Now, y'all know I don't fuck with Tyrone Blackburn, but this has been the only case, girl, that I've been rooting for his black ass in, okay? I hope to God that, girl, this is the exception to the rule, and that Tyrone Blackburn can pull himself up by his little ass itty-bitty bootstraps and really do his big one, okay? Because he got a real victim on his hands this time around, girl. And Jennifer need all of that. And defendant Kenneth Petty, who's represented by Stephen David Iser, had an off-the-record settlement discussion in the court before Magistrate Judge James R. Cho. As per the details available from the service, the parties are far apart on settlement at this time, but encouraged to continue discussing settlement privately. As executive media on X went on to further update on the matter, Huff has landed, quote, a historic monumentous victory over Nicki and husband Kenneth Petty over rape and abuse. The X handle added, Minaj requested off-the-record settlement for a private payment. Jennifer and Kenneth would call in to update the judge in October the 31st. Previous reports from the same said that Minaj is over as her court date made to the New York Times headlines. That said, for now, settlement talks appear to be ongoing between the two parties. All right. Now, let me go ahead and show you what the last update was. And you guys run those likes up, because we need all of that. Oh, yes, we do, honey. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Let me see here. Hold on. Did I get it? Did I clip it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Run them likes up. Yeah. And then I'm going to ask T the Goddess to confirm this in the comment section, since she did attend the court hearings in person, child. All right, so this is the last update, okay? Thursday, July the 31st, which is a few days ago, 2025. Okay, here's the minute entry for settlement conference proceedings held on the 31st of last month before Magistrate Judge James R. Cho. Appearances by Tyrone for plaintiff and Stephen for defendant. The plaintiff also participated. All right, so Jennifer participated. She was there. The court held off-the-record settlement discussions with the party. Okay, so this is off-the-record, girl. So we did not get intel in terms of, you know, what type of money we talking about, etc. The parties are far apart on the settlement at this time, but encouraged to continue discussing settlement privately. The discovery schedule entered on 7/7/2025 remains in place. Telephonic status conference scheduled for October 31st at 10 a.m. before Magistrate Judge James R. Cho. Each party is directed to call in this number here and enter meeting ID, etc. Which is, I think we'll all be able to tune into this as well, you guys. Adjournment requests will not be considered unless made in accordance with the court's individual rules. If any party has difficulty accessing the conference, please contact Chambers at this number here. Parties should come to the conference prepared to confirm that they have completed all discovery. Okay, so what we can surmise from this update is they want to give Jennifer more than likely a very, very low number. Okay, she's going for what, $20 million, $50 million. So they're probably wanting to lowball her, girl. Probably extremely low, which is why they're so far apart, girl. Okay, just like Nicki Minaj's brain hemispheres, girl, far apart from one another, child. The fact that they are even in negotiations is a tremendous victory in and of itself, because what this also means is that Kenneth and Nicki are acquiescing and bowing the fuck down. Now, the question is going to be, will Jennifer be able to get something that feels substantial to her? Okay? Will she be able to get something that feels justifiable, that feels appropriate? Because according to Jennifer's experience and her suit, this woman endured a lot of trauma, having to be berated by Nicki and Kenneth's alleged goons. Her children were threatened. They were being stalked at nightclubs. Her daughter also has spoke out about one of these alleged affiliates of the petty camps giving her a weird conversation after hours at a club. She's had to move 3 different times, including completely move out of state. She's had to be and live separate from her children in order to protect her children from a lot of the threats that were being made against her by people who were claiming to be affiliates, by the Barbs, etc. This woman was living in complete hiding, minding her business, living her life, being a mom before the Barbs doxed Kenneth, which then made frail-minded ass Onika start defending his honor. And that is what opened up the whole vortex. The whole reason why Jennifer got brought into the spotlight is because Onika told the Barbs that Jennifer was a white woman and had basically tried to imbecile Kenneth Petty. So the Barbs got outraged and went and doxed the victim in the case and found out that it was Jennifer, and then began to harass this woman. And that's what made her come forward. And she initially came forward on social media saying, hey, leave me alone. Stop contacting me. I'm not going to recant my story. I went through all this as a kid when all this happened to me. My adopted family wanted me to recant in order to keep criminal ass Kenneth Petty from doing harm to them, from terrorizing them. Remember, he was already on parole and a delinquent when he did what he did to her for armed robbery. So her adopted family was trying to get her to write in letters to the courts at that time, seemingly trying to recant her story, asking the judge not to pretty much come down hard on Kenneth, and all of that was prompted by the family. So she's already lived through all of this shit. People trying to get her to recant for their own safety and comfort, not being protected. And now as a grown-ass woman, she's having to relive all this shit. Her kids are having to relive all this shit, all because Onika chose to not marry a nigga she stole from another bitch at a pumpkin drive, who she don't want to have to constantly put her address on public filing because he's forced by way of being an offender to have to make his residence known to the general public. And now that's become Jennifer Huff's issue. Makes no fucking sense. So after that woman kept being berated, kept being harassed, she harassed their asses back with a goddamn lawsuit, baby. It's time to pay up, ho. Okay? And I hope that she gets everything she needs and then some. If Tyrone Blackburn was any type of goddamn smart, what he would do to further legitimize Jennifer's plight in this lawsuit is speak about how Kenneth Petty had to be reprimanded a year or two ago at the VMAs for more violent behavior. If Tyrone Blackburn was smart as an attorney, clip the fact that she just threatened to sick her husband on another man, Dez Bryant, which is consistent with their pathology, just like Jennifer is claiming back in 2020, that they sick goons and pay people to do bad things to people. If Tyrone Blackburn was any type of intelligence, he would be running all this circumstantial evidence in sync with Jennifer's claims. And to be honest, I don't even know if I would even be willing to settle. Hell, bitch, let's go to court, ho. Because at this point, Kenneth and Nicki have been on enough bad behavior since this lawsuit for them to be able to, in terms of Jennifer, convince a jury of what happened to her. Because Nicki and Kenneth's behaviors completely align with that. They've gone on to threaten people. If Tyrone Blackburn was any type of smart, he would remind the courts of how right now Nicki Minaj's checks are being garnished by a security officer, a person of the law, who she sick Kenneth Petty on. And had him beat that poor man up. Because this is what they do. This is what they do. Why is Tyrone Blackburn not running all that shit up? I will be dragging them motherfucking hoes legally in the court system. Girl, I be dog piling so bad on top of them damn people. Girl, you gonna give us 20 million and then 20 more, bitch. 20 and 20 more. Make it 40 million, girl. Shit, I'm thinking, baby, they need to go right to trial, girl. No. They taking the trial, baby. They taking the trial, girl, so I can eat them niggas off the bone. Right. NY 2 times. 12 times. Because this is not isolated behavior, girl. This is an entire pathology of habitual violence, habitual use of intimidation tactics. This is habitual. It's pathological. I said take it to court. Go to court, girl. Go to court, Jen. Jury by trial, girl. Jury by motherfucking trial. He got so much more than that can on period, and you know it. And you know it. But see, the fact that they've been undergoing discovery in this case, opening up all the chambers of what the facts are in the case, and now they're in negotiations. Oh, yeah. See, that's incriminating all in and of it by itself. And I told y'all, this is why Onika shows her ass. Onika been sitting quiet. The grandma of rap has been quiet as a mouse, girl. But soon as there was action on that docket, soon as there was action, girl, on that peso docket in this case, oh, baby, she got the fighting with Twitter. She got the fighting with Station Head. She got the fighting with Megan, with Rock Nation, with Desiree Perez, with Jay-Z. Now, Dez Bryant, girl, she fighting with the damn Dallas Cowboys, for God's sakes. Deflecting. Every time some shit is going down, when it comes to Kenneth and Jennifer, girl, here she comes with drama, trying to deflect. And the question is, why aren't a lot of the mainstream blogs reporting on the fact that Nicki's husband is in settlement talks with his 1994 rape victim? Why is that not headlining? This is a high-profile relationship involving a high-profile musician who was stupid enough to marry a registered ex-offender and an murderer, a 2-time convicted felon. Since she thought that was cute, make her ass famous because of it. Make Nicki famous because of it, baby. Since that's the ninja she wanted to carry and parade around, girl, as her high-valued man, a nigga she allegedly stole from another bitch at a pumpkin fest, make her famous for it. Or maybe the reason why Onika ain't got 10 million, girl, to give to Dez Bryant to whip Kenneth's ass with is because that 10 million is being split 6 different ways between TMZ, the Shade Room, the neighborhood talk, the Jasmine brand, and every goddamn body else. Okay, no, I want her make good on that 10 million, grandma rap. Yeah. You said your nigga needed that. Dez gotta have that. Oh, yes. And baby, I'll pay for my own flight, my own Airbnb. I just want to be the cameraman, baby, so we can get all the good angles. Okay? Let me come and do the filming justice. Okay? Free of charge. Just let me come be the cameraman. Cause Dez gonna need that. What's going on, Andre? We trying to make it make sense. Exactly. All the same CCC that did the trial can't report on Nicki, but that's how you know how much they want to be in her good grace. Baby, them celebrity paid and brought assholes, baby, okay? Okay? Them glorifying celebrity assholes that instead of standing on big business, okay? Them the folk who be selling their souls. We gonna stand on business, baby. We don't care if we don't never get an interview. We don't care, baby, if we don't never get signed to criminal records, girl. Okay, we don't care, baby, if we don't ever get on a feature. Okay, baby, gonna stand on big business in the facts, baby. Okay, run Dez Bryant, his 10 million for that ass whooping your nigga need. Okay, the shade room in the neighborhood talking, all them folk can go 1 month without a payment to not report on the fact that you and your husband is settling out of court, girl, with Jennifer, the woman who you said was a liar, the woman who you said was white, the woman who you said immature your nigga, the woman who you said was in a consensual relationship with him at the time, the woman that you said was much older than him, girl, the woman that you just said there were facts on that she lied, but yet y'all settling out of court with a liar. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. I gotta go, y'all. Girl, I could do this all day with this goofy ass Lil' Kim clone. Girl, get away from me with this Apollo. Okay, light and love to Jennifer, honey. Tear it up, girl. And just give me my 500,000 on the side, Jennifer. Okay, just slide me a 500,000, honey. Okay, it's the Christian in you that'll make you send me 500,000 of your 20 million plus lawsuit payout, child. All right, y'all, thumbs up. Share. Tell a friend of a friend of a friend. If you enjoyed yourself, run me y'all them likes. Cash App to the platform, PayPal to the platform, subscribe to the platform, follow me on all social medias. Okay, I'm gonna be coming back. We got to get into the scissor. You know, I gotta rewind the bike. Okay, we gotta work backwards, y'all. So much shit done happened over the last 40 days and 40 nights, girl. So we're gonna be rewinding it back, getting into the beginning. All right, keep your notifications set to all, and I will see you guys later. Peace.